Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. I'm Moksh. I've been part of the community for a long time since the STO beta days and a lifetime subscriber as well. I'm making this video on probably the most discussed topic in the community right now, the Star Trek watchlist, and my overall take on it. Uh, First of all, I want to thank the Star Trek Online development team for doing this. It's not an easy process. Opening up balanced discussions like this naturally invites a lot of criticism and emotional feedback, sometimes very emotional feedback. Because of that, I also think we as a community should try to approach these conversations in the more rational and constructive way so discussions remain productive and enjoyable for everyone involved, both the players and the developers. At the end, we all love Star Trek. We want Star Trek Online to do well, and we want to enjoy playing Star Trek Online. Now, I probably represent a minority of the player base in some ways. I mainly play KDF side characters and EPG builds. At the same time, I'm not really a meta chasing player. Well, not anymore. I used to be, but I left that behind a long time ago because of work, work and life balance. That said, I'm also not completely a casual when it comes to performance either. You could say I'm somewhere in between. My builds can still pull a respectable 300 to 500k DPS depending on the setup, the run, the map. At this stage, I mostly play STO for the community, the people I fly with, and the overall vibes, while trying to not be the weakest link on the team either. So it's really like a balance of best of both worlds approach. So with that context, I want to explain why I was surprised to see the Uncon Boimler appear on the watch list, especially from perspective of EPG players. For many of us, those tools are a huge part of what makes EPG fun and smooth. So unless by any chance you haven't seen, there is a watch list. Links of it are all over on the Star Trek Online Discord. And the watch list is here to make you aware of all likely future patches. Now, I understand that this is just a watch list. It's not necessarily anything will be nerfed. Maybe they will attribute these traits in some fashion in another ways. But yeah, there is a list for like everybody. Like there's a lot of things over here. Prototype phaser hexacannons, omnidirectional Pavan proton beam arrays, subspace fracture tunneling field, fleet power network array. You can go ahead and check the list. I'll make sure to leave this in the description below. But yeah, since I look at the EPG playstyle mostly, I do feel Uncon and Boimler is pretty much the bread and butter of systems. If you play EPG carriers, some would say Type Shuttle, but actually I agree. Ever since Type 7s have come, nobody wants to put any other shuttle. So I really understand going behind this, and it wouldn't really break EPG. If anything, I'd welcome more support shuttle ideas, maybe helping the team shields and whatnot. So anyway, I do agree this is more on this, and using one type of hangar pet always does get boring. I can see why we need to balance this. I'm more worrisome about these two, because for other builds it might be just a small nerf if at all something happens, but for EPG it's really based on playing with the clicky consoles, and I'm not sure how the way forward looks like if we change this. So that's the main reason of my concern. It's really the uncertainty surrounding what happens next. If these are eventually nerfed or significantly changed, what alternatives are being considered, what does this actually mean for EPG playstyle and players who enjoy it. At the end of the day, I think it would help the community have a lot to have at least some idea of the intended direction before major changes happen. And I know that's why this whole thing is up for discussion. Um, that being said, I completely understand that nothing is set in stone. Generally interested to see where this is headed and how the development team approaches the challenge of balancing and moving forward. One suggestion I personally floated on Discord was potentially attaching some of these buffs or mechanics more directly to the science carrier itself for the EPG guys. Maybe that could help preserve the identity and viability of science focused gameplay while also helping with balance overall. Admittedly, though, it's not a fully developed solution on my part, just an idea I wanted to put forward. For now, I'm going to keep the following discussion to see how all of this develops, especially regarding what this could all mean for the future of EPG gameplay should it come to pass. So that's it from my side, and I'll be leaving some links in the description if by any chance you haven't seen this post. Feel free to do it, but at the same time, make sure that we stay respectful and put out logical discussions so that we all can collaboratively work together as a community. Feel free to follow me on Twitch or YouTube if you wanna just help support the content, or follow for more of my feedback or whenever I play Star Trek Online or other games. And have a good one, guys.